Here is the most broken ways to level up your weapons quickly in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone Season 5. I'm going to try and make this video as quick and as simple as possible for you guys. If you're going on to find it useful, be sure to leave a like and check out my other Season 5 guides like how to level up the Battle Pass, Warzone tips, camo guides, that kind of thing. Before we carry on with the video, if you're looking to permanently unlock the new Modern Warfare 3 Mastery camos, or play in bot lobbies to max out your guns and unlock camos quickly, or get your hands on an instant delivery pre-made account, then be sure to check out MitchCactus.com. These guys are the biggest and most reliable sellers with tons of offerings for Modern Warfare 3 with completely safe and legitimate services on all platforms. So far, they've almost 10,000 reviews on Trustpilot, so if any of that sounds good to you guys, then make sure to use code RAGER for 5% off for a limited time only. Check out the link in the description. I've got timestamps in the description and video chapters if you want to jump to a specific part of the video, but without further ado, let's get straight into the tips. So we'll start off with multiplayer, moving on to zombies, and then finally Warzone. So first of all, with multiplayer, what do you want to do to level up your weapons quickly? You want to have a really good class setup, as this is really important. It can get you more XP for doing nothing else other than having a different class, and it makes it easier for you as well. So make sure you put on a good class. I'm going to explain what you need to do. First of all, for your class, you want to put on perks such as the Demolition Vest, which allows you to resupply lethal and tactical equipment every 25 seconds, the Scavenger Gloves for the first perk or piece of equipment to resupply ammo, the Stalker Boots in perk 2 to give you more strafe and movement speed, and the Blacklight Flashlight gear to show recent enemy footsteps just to find more enemies. For the tactical equipment, put on decoy grenades as these count towards weapon XP, and put something like a Semtex for lethal as this also counts towards weapon XP. And then for the field upgrades, put DDoS or trophy system. I prefer DDoS, easier to earn, quicker to use them. And then score streaks, not kill streaks, such as UAV, counter UAV, and then something else like a sentry turret. All of these things are going to count towards weapon XP as well, so you're going to get more XP just for playing the game basically. Okay, so now you've got your class, what modes do you want to play? Well, the best modes will kind of be changing all the time. You want to try and play the small map mosh pits, you know, ones like Rust, Shipment, Das House, Stash House, those kinds of maps and modes, but they may not be around straight away in Season 5, in which case I'd go for the new maps that are coming. So we've got Yard, which is the new small 6v6 map in Season 6, and there's also Bait, which is a medium 6v6 map in Season 6 as well. There's other ones as well, like Kelship and Toon Oxide, which are Shipment and Rust variants coming in Season 5, and then later on in the season there'll be an Ink House map, which is a Stash House variant. They're all sort of more cartoony versions of that, which I'm not sure if I like, but anyway, those are some of the variants coming, and some new maps as well. So try and go for those, all the small map mosh pits, and then once you're in the game, don't just kind of run around blindly. Here's what you actually want to do to get more weapon XP in the game. So obviously you want to get kills, you guys know that, but you also want to be doing other things as well. So when you spawn in, you want to throw decoy grenades, and you want to try and throw them near where enemies going to be, or on the objectives, just near where they are. Just throw them in every time where they're going to go off near someone. When they go off, you get assist XP, and that counts towards your weapon XP as well. Then you want to keep rushing around, obviously getting kills. Use your DDoS field upgrade when it's recharged. It recharges quite quickly. Alternatively, you can put a trophy system down if there's going to be lots of enemies near objectives, because you can just put it on the objective, and then people, when they throw equipment, that will give you XP. So either or, but I kind of prefer the DDoS. And then the other thing you want to do is go for the objective as much as you can, as this will get you tons more XP, and it's kind of the main focus of your XP actually. So if it's kill confirmed, obviously collect as many tags if you can. If it's domination, keep capturing the dom flags. If it's hardpoint, capture the hardpoints. Also, don't forget that not only capturing it, but also defending it from the enemies will also get you XP as well. So make sure you're doing both capturing and defending of objectives. The other things you want to do in multiplayer is, aside from kills, make sure you're using your weapons to destroy enemy equipment, enemy field upgrades, and enemy kill streaks, as this adds up to your XP as well. And try and get more exciting kills like headshots, long shots, bloodthirsties, that kind of thing. That will give you more XP as well. So do all those things in multiplayer. You're going to get loads of weapon levels and level up your guns really fast. What about for zombies? I'm going to be straight with you guys. Zombies is not quite as good, unfortunately. There is a cap in zombies. It's been around for quite a while. The methods are good, but the cap comes in quite quickly. Here is what you want to do if you're playing zombies. So make sure you put on the weapon you want to level up as your insured weapon, put on a field upgrade such as an energy mine, put on something like a Semtex, and then some decoy grenades. Activate a weapon XP token if you've got one, or try and play on double weapon XP weekends, as that makes it a bit more efficient. Now, there's several things you can do. The first thing is just grind contracts. You know, the more you do, the more XP you get, and that's fair enough, and you guys know that. The second thing you do is exfils. So every time you go to exfils, there'll be lots of zombies there. There'll be some bosses as well. The higher tier zones obviously have more bosses and be a bit more difficult, but even the low tier zones, you get tons of zombies anyway. So just kill all the zombies while you're calling in the exfil helicopter. You'll lose containment levels if you're not getting on the helicopter, but that's alright, because XP is kind of more important really. They're not quite as good as before, but they're still quite good, so use exfils, especially if you're leaving the map anyway. It's good to at least do it once, but you can always do it a bit more to get more kills, more camo kills, that kind of thing. The third thing you can do is you can use missions such as the Act 1 Tier 7 extraction mission, even if you've already done it. Basically, if you activate that, you go to the area, you go to Dr. Jansen's location, it's near the top of the map, and basically you pick up loads of deadbolt, turret, and mod circuit boards, pop them into the turret, and then just sit by the turret or kind of run around the helipad, and lots of zombies will jump up, and every time they do, the turrets will automatically kill all the zombies. So that's a really good way to do it, and you'll have like 15 minutes of of constant turret firing at zombies used to play with, and that gives you tons of XP. And obviously you can just board the helicopter at the end from that mission. The fourth thing you can do, and this is probably one of my favorite things, is the Outlast contract glitch. So what you do, Outlast contract is obviously the one with the satellite dish symbol on it. What you want to do is you want to select that contract, go to the area, activate the PND in that purple zone, and you want to get the progress bar up to about 90 to 95%. Don't let it complete, otherwise this is not going to work. So get it as high as you can, and then step off the zone. Simple as that. Now what's going to happen is it's going to trigger loads of zombies to start spawning, but even while you're stepped off it, they're still going to keep coming over and over again. So you just want to keep killing them over and over again. It's going to get lots of zombies to run at you quite quickly, which obviously gives you more camo progress, more kills, more XP, and more weapon XP, which is great. You want to try and avoid teammates coming over to try and help you, otherwise if they stay on the zone, they're going to think they're helping, but actually they're going to complete the contract, and that's not what you want. It has to be uncompleted. It doesn't matter if it drops down, but just make sure it doesn't go to 100%. If you find that's happening, either let your teammates know or just be your own squad, be your own team, and just do your own contracts. You don't even have to cancel the contract. You can just leave it be, and they'll still keep coming. Do that over and over again, and then when you're bored or finished or want to leave the game, just complete the contract and you're done. That will give you tons of kills and weapon XP, like I say, quite quickly. Unfortunately, there is a cap. I think it's about 7 levels or so in zombies. So after that, you'll obviously want to keep doing something in zombies not related to weapon XP or exfil and just start again. So that's what you want to do if you're playing zombies. What about if you're playing Warzone? Well, in Warzone, there's a few good modes. We'll quickly talk about those now. So my favorite mode is Plunder. We'll kind of talk about Plunder as the main method, but other modes will work too. So we've got like Rebirth Lockdown. That is great as well. Very similar method. And there'll be other modes as well, like Superstore Resurgence, that kind of thing. So whatever mode you're playing, try and do contracts. So you want to specifically do ones like Most Wanted, Scavenger, and Intel. So for Scavenger, you start the contract, you've got 3 supply boxes to open, just quickly open them and go between them quickly with a vehicle. For Intel, obviously you guys know you start the contract and head to the terminal to upload the Intel. It's great, but it's not the best. There's big game bounties as well where you just take down better players. Again, they're good, but my favourite one is Most Wanted, and it's because it overlaps with other features of the game which allows you to get more XP. So you have to survive for about 4 minutes or so, but you can reduce the time by opening loot containers. So both you and your teammates can open loot containers. The more you guys open, the quicker it will go down. Every time you open a container, it reduces it by 10 seconds. So 6 containers will take a minute off, and therefore 24 containers will completely stop the whole 4 minutes, and you'll have done the contract. So what you want to do is you want to keep searching buildings for loot crates. Not just loot crates, duffel bags, any containers, fridges, cupboards, first aid boxes, whatever it is, anything that's a container you open, it says plus XP for it. It will be 100 XP you get for every container you open. That will count. It will reduce the timer, and it gives you tons of XP as well just for opening the container. So definitely worth doing. Unfortunately, you don't get as much XP in other modes like zombies, but it's great for Warzone. Now, obviously, you're still marked as Most Wanted when you do the contract, so just be careful not to die and try and go between the contracts fast with vehicles. So looting has several benefits. Obviously, you get more money. It reduces the Most Wanted contract survival time, like we said, so definitely worth doing. Once you've got tons of money, you can go to a buy station, buy loads of items like loads of armor plates, and that will give you a little boost of XP and weapon XP as well. Make sure you're looting containers and boxes, doing contracts to get money, and also loot from enemies to get money too. And that's pretty much it for Plunder. So to summarize, you want to do contracts, especially Most Wanted. You want to loot containers, collect loads of cash, and then go to buy station, buy loads of armor plates or something like that, and that will all give you tons of XP. And obviously try and kill enemies as well if you're going to high flow areas, or if you see enemies, just try and pick them off as well, and that will give you extra XP and money. So that's it for Plunder. The other mode that's great is Lockdown. So it'll probably be Rebirth, maybe Vondel Lockdown, but probably Rebirth Lockdown. What you want to do is in your perk 3 slot, you want to put on the resupply perk, which allows you to recharge equipment every 50 seconds. Put on a decoy grenade, which you can replenish them from the resupply perk and munitions boxes. You can throw these decoy grenades into popular areas with enemies, and every time a decoy grenade goes off near an enemy, you get 200 XP. So it's 400 weapon XP if you hit 2 people. Very easy. Open loot boxes again, like we said. Every loot box is 100 XP, and there's quite a lot of them in Lockdown, so it's great, and another source of easy weapon XP. Every time you get a kill, that's a few hundred XP as well towards your weapon. And finally, holding the zones. That's actually one of the best ways to get XP in Lockdown. Every time you go on a zone, you get 500 weapon XP for capturing it, but what you can do is step off of it, and then about 20 to 30 seconds later, you can come back on it for another 500 weapon XP. And there'll be lots of zones you can keep going between them, so you get tons of XP just from going on the zones. It's fantastic. So would highly recommend it. This is a fantastic method, possibly even better than Plunder if you can pull it off, but otherwise Plunder is great. So overall, which mode is best? I would say Multiplayer can be good, but you get more sweaty players, it's more unpredictable, and the match is going to be shorter, so it's probably less efficient. I would recommend playing Warzone for weapon XP. Zombies is alright, but not great at all. And for Warzone, like I say, either Lockdown or Plunder is good. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video and check out my other Season 5 guides, like how to level up the Battle Pass, Zombies guides, Warzone guides, Camo guides, that kind of thing. Feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone videos. Thank you so much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you all on the next video.